broken. Don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul. I'll be there. Never leaving you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julianna. Today I wanted to do a makeup look inspired by ByBrookelle on Instagram, and also James Charles did this look as well. I'll insert a photo here. I was just super inspired by this photo and thought the look was super beautiful. So I'll be using some glitter and blue eyeshadow, and it'll be a lot of fun. So please keep watching and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let's get into this. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go in with the Too Faced Hangover Primer to prep for foundation. And I love this just because it smells super good and it's super hydrating on our skin. Next, I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I like this foundation a lot because it has a very nice finish, but it is lighter in coverage. Also, the shade range is kind of poor. This is the lightest color they have, and it's still kind of orange for me. Now I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, and I'm doing one eye at a time, and then blending that in with my Beauty Blender. And I do one eye at a time just because the concealer can tend to dry in place, so you've got to blend it out somewhat quickly. Now I am concealing and highlighting certain portions of my face that I want to highlight and bring forward on my face. And then once again, going in with my Beauty Blender and making sure everything looks seamless. Now I'm going in with my Morphe G8 brush and my Maybelline Better Skin Powder and setting the areas on my face that I concealed. I'll also have a list of all the products and brushes that I used down below in the description for you. Now I am using my Morphe M523 brush and the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I am bronzing my cheekbones, my jawline, and then, as you'll see in a minute, I am also bronzing my temples. So now I'm going in with that same Morphe brush and the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, using the shade Shadow Play and contouring my cheekbones a little bit more, and then I'm going in with my translucent setting powder and using that to bake under my contour line to make it stand out a little more. Now I'm going in with the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso and my Morphe E4 brush and blushing my cheeks. This is my favorite blush color in the whole world, so I'm going in with a light hand at first and then building it up as we go. Now it's time for the glow, which is definitely the best part of doing my makeup. I'm using my Morphe R36 brush, and I just got this Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. It was like $5, and it is so great. So if you want to maybe just starting out with highlighting, I definitely recommend this is a cheap alternative to a lot of other kinds of highlighters. So once I'm done putting the glow on the cheeks, I'm also going to add it to my Cupid's bow on the bridge of my nose and also above my eyebrows. And once again, we're putting highlighting on the areas of the face that we want to bring forward. Now I'm just going to brush away that bake, and as you can tell, it's a lot sharper than it would have been. Now it's time for the eyebrows. This is also one of my favorite parts. It just totally changes the face. I heard this phrase once that your eyebrows should be sisters, not twins, or maybe it's cousins, not twins. I don't know. But I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Blonde, and I'm using my Morphe E11 brush. And first I'm just underlining my brows, and then the tail of your eyebrow is what should be the darkest and most filled in, and then it should be more feathered towards the front of your eyebrow. And now I am combing that out just to blend the product in with my eyebrows. And as you can see, I'm quite satisfied. So I did one eye off camera first just to make sure I knew what I was doing. So first I'm going in with my Morphe E13 brush and going in with the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm using the shades Silk Cream and MFEO throughout my crease. This is going to be my transition color. Next, I am going in with my Morphe M433 and the shade Burnt Orange from the Modern Renaissance palette. And this is really what's going to give it the orangey feel. And as you can tell, I'm kind of dragging it out along my outer corner towards the tail of my eyebrow. And then my boss called me, so you know I had to blend and get business done at the same time. Next, I'm going with my Zoeva 231 brush and the shade Creamsicle to just blend towards the brow bone to give it a more orangey feel. Now I am going in with the shade Relgar from the Modern Renaissance palette, and using my Zoeva 230 brush, I'm just putting that in right in the crease to give it a more orange kind of feel, like what would, oh my gosh, that's what we're going for, okay? Now I'm just using a clean Morphe M441 brush to just make sure everything is blended nicely. And I'm going back in with some of the orange creamsicle color and just making that a little more orange. Then I'm going into the shade In Light from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. This is a great color to use to highlight the brow bone, and I was using the Zoeva 234 brush. Now I am using this unnecessarily small Morphe brush. This is the E39 brush, and I am using that to cut the crease using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And what I have learned from other YouTubers is to open your eye and it'll kind of mark in the crease where your cut crease should stop. So I'm just taking the time to carve that out. Cut creases have definitely become one of my favorite makeup styles. Now, I did not set that with any powder. I just went straight in with the In Light shade from the Morphe palette and the same Zoeva brush, and I'm just packing that on because I really wanted it to be a shimmery lid. Then I'm going back to the shade Relgar from the ABH palette and using the Zoeva 230 brush to just kind of blend those two lines of the concealer and the crease. Then I'm going back in with the Morphe M433 brush and the shade Burnt Orange, and I am just blending that over the half cut crease we did, and this will give a really beautiful look. Now I'm using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk, and this will just give the blue eyeshadow that we're about to use a great base. So I'm just using this Coastal Scents pencil brush and a eyeshadow from Morphe. This is the shade Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I just add a little bit more in the inner corner, and I'm just going to town and blending this Breakfast at Tiffany's eyeshadow shade under my eye. Now, it'll be really strange because there's going to be a point where you're going to have to start blending that blue eyeshadow down underneath your eye, and it feels really strange. Like right now, you have no idea how uncomfortable I was, like putting eyeshadow under my eye, but you'll just have to kind of go a little bit at a time to make sure it's not too overpowering. Now I am going in with my Luxie 231 brush and the shade Jada from the Morphe palette, and this I'm just using to further add definition to below the lash line, and I'm keeping this closer to the lash line. Now I'm going in with my Morphe E24 brush, and I'm using the shade Pool Party, and I'm just adding a little bit of that to add more definition. Now I'm going in with my Morphe M431 brush and just using a little bit of that fancy saliva to get it wet. And I'm using the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in the shade Golden Lights. I just really like this for the inner corner because it gave a golden hue to it. Now I am lining my lash line and lower lash line using the Zoeva liner brush. And I'm also using the Maybelline Gel Eyeliner. Now I'm going in with the shade Abyss from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm using the Zoeva 226 smudger brush, and I'm just smudging this along my lower lash line to give some more dimension to this look. Now I'm going back in with the Maybelline Gel Eyeliner, and I'm just roughly drawing a line on my upper lash line, and that's just to help conceal the lash band of the lashes we will be applying soon. Now we're going to start applying the glitter, which is super fun. So I'm just using the end of a brush and some tweezers to apply this glitter that I bought from Joann's craft store. It's got purple and blue sparkles in it. So I just placed those three below my brow bone, and then I was just randomly placing the dots. I knew I wanted it to be more concentrated towards the inner part of my eye, and then just slowly drag it down my face. And then I'm just going in with some glitter on the tip of my finger and just placing that over my face. And what's good about doing it this way is you'll have some extra that will be applied, but you can just go in with tweezers and remove the glitter that you do not want on your face. Now we're going in with lashes, which is the best part. I'm using the Queen Bee lashes, which are my absolute favorite. So I just waited a few seconds for it to dry, and placing the center down first. And then first we're going to glue down the inner corner and then the outer corner. Now I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara to put that on my lower lashes and then also conceal my upper lashes with the false lashes. Now I'm using the Kylie lip liner in the shade Malibu to line my lips. You can really use any nude lip liner you like. This is just what I had on hand at the time. Next, I am applying this Milani lipstick in the shade Naked, shade 61. Fun fact, I got this for free at BeautyCon last year. They just give out free lipstick there. Next, I'm using the ColourPop lip gloss in the shade Wayho, which is my favorite lip gloss shade ever, and ColourPop is super affordable, so you should definitely check them out. But that is going to finish off the look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I had so much fun doing it. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. See you next time.
I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know